There's men that prefer not to be with women with kids. Like, we get it. We hear you guys. We hear you loud and clear, okay? Nah, man don't want any woman with kids, you know? Don't want no woman with kids, you know? Like, any man that is so vocal about, I don't want a woman with kids. Why on earth would anyone want to be with someone like that?
What are you talking about, you idiot?
Because it's just a horrible trait to have. Like, yes, have your preferences, but don't go and shout down a whole group of people in society.
Like how women say they don't want to date short guys, or women say they don't want to date broke guys. Always this double standard in our society. Women can basically air all their dating requirements, and no matter how unfair it is, it's okay when they say it. And in fact, if you are a man who doesn't live up to those requirements, you may be ridiculed and laughed at. But if it's any a time when a woman will get critiqued for her shortcomings, now you're a horrible person.
And make them feel worthless about themselves just because you don't want to date one. Make it make sense.
No, you make it make sense. Why would any man who is childless, who is in a top percentile of money, looks, height, etc., why would he bypass all the women who are childless like himself to go and date a woman who does have children? Because whether you like it or not, that is your responsibility. That is your ready-made family. Every man has a duty to himself to create his own family, his own bloodline, his own legacy. It's weird that women who have children try to shame or make guys feel bad about themselves for wanting that. Also, if you are a stepfather, you're adding a responsibility that's not yours. Some other man created those children. And quite frankly, your children are a reminder that another man came in, got a hard willy and exploded inside you and created a life.
I feel like the hardest part about dating as a single mom is that I have kids and I don't want no more. And then I also don't want to date a baby dad. A lot of these guys without kids want to have a kid. You see what the problem is? Am I really going to sacrifice my body, my time, my everything again for another man to satisfy his needs again? You really have to be worthy of me for that, because I already fucked up once and I gave someone that isn't. I share kids with somebody already. I don't want no more kids. I'm so happy with my kids.
So why should a man be happy with you? This woman doesn't have any awareness. She doesn't understand what she's saying, or she just doesn't give a crap. You've already had your kids with the guy that you were sexually attracted to, who you really want to have children with. But a man has to come in and has to be worthy and meet your dating requirements. And he must not have children of his own. And he must not want to have children of his own if he's with you. How does that make a drop of sense? You still sound like you have high dating requirements and standards. You don't understand you are at a somewhat disadvantage, because most men who don't have children are not going to want to be with a woman who has children. And I'm sure you probably want a Chad or Tyrone.
Silly.
And I'm sure your baby daddy is a Chad or Tyrone. So you're definitely going to be at disadvantage, because those men have a lot of options.
I really just have to be head over heels in love with you for me to want to have your fucking kids. They don't have kids and they would like to have a kid of their own. I'm just like, well, like, should I continue to talk to you or not? Because I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I just don't know if I'm gonna get there. I'm sorry. Don't come for me about like you're a baby mama and you don't want to date a baby daddy. Like, who cares? There's people that don't have kids that don't want to date anybody with kids. There's people that want to date with people with kids that are comfortable with that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't give a F, and I'm sure that you realize most guys that don't want to have kids are not going to want to date a woman with kids. Think about what you're saying. Think about it. If you are coupling up with a man who doesn't want to have kids, why is he going to seriously want to be with a woman with kids? It doesn't make sense. He ain't gonna want to date you because he doesn't want kids in his life. It doesn't make sense what you're saying. Like, this is the weirdest video ever.
I just personally don't want to date somebody with kids. Like, my bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, if it happens, that's fine. But I really don't fucking want to. You know what I mean? If you don't understand, don't. Just don't.
Silence, you fool!
And that's fine that you don't give a crap. That's cool. But I'm sure the guys that you want don't give a crap about you as well.
At that time, like, I just thought that he was just boring and he didn't want to do nothing. He only wanted to go to church. He didn't want to go out or travel or do anything that I wanted to do with at my young tender mind and my young tender age.
Stop blaming yourself. Oh, I was young. You're an adult. And if you're old enough to push out another human being and take care of another human being, then you need to be able to make some good decisions in your life. You left your man, the father of your child, because he was boring, quote unquote. And because all he wanted to do is go to church. And he didn't want to do any of the things that you wanted to do. Yeah, I'm sure the things you wanted to do were very worldly. I'm sure you wanted to go to the club and go, hey, 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 in the club. I'm sure you wanted to go and take lots of provocative pictures and post them to social media. I'm sure of that. I'm sure you wanted to go and do these extravagant outings and waste lots of money, even though you've got a child to look after and even though that child should be your top priority. No, you wanted to go and do everything that you wanted to do, and he just wanted a simple, peaceful life. You are going to change your tune, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be young and you're not going to look how you look forever. Because I'm sure this woman here still gets a lot of men approaching her and throwing willy her way. But at some point, you're going to run into this guy. And after that, you're going to wish that you stayed with your husband and the father of your child. And you're going to wish that you stayed with a man that was peaceful, calm, and he had good morals. There's a huge rise in single mothers, and some of them are just completely delusional. They don't understand the position they're in. They don't understand the dating market. And like, they will make some crazy decisions that will change their lives forever and affect their children, essentially. So, boy, I think that everyone needs to think with a sensible, logical mind and make better choices in life. Anyway, with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I think that this is wild. Make sure that you go support my merch. Go to my website, www.letsgonow.shop, where you can get a hat like the one I'm wearing, or you can get a sweater like the one I'm wearing. It's Let's Go. Anyway, on the road to 100,000 subscribers, please help me get there by hitting the like button and leaving comments, starting conversations, and all of that good stuff. So that's about it. You lot take care of yourselves. I'm out of here. Peace.